Well, if you ever gotten to know me a little bit, you probably know that I have a kind of a musical background. I studied music in college. I loved being in choirs during that time and performing and things like that. So I actually got a degree in music education before going on to seminary. But I loved those years and loved being in the choir setting. I loved making music with other people because there was something about it that was almost otherworldly. If you've ever been to a concert or you've been a place where you've heard beautiful music, you probably know this that there's something that is almost transcendent about it. That when people work together and create music together, it's almost a divine experience. It kind of depends on how good the music is, too, but by and large, that can be the case. And the church recognizes that in beauty in general. So that anything that has beauty to it can be a way that we experience God. It can lead us to God. It's why we have ornate churches, why we have statues and things that are beautiful, so that they immediately call our eyes to them and they call our eyes upward. It's why you'll see sometimes in churches that the ceilings are beautifully painted so as to call our eyes upward toward God. It's kind of a neat thing when we think about it. So today is the patron saint. Today's feast is Saint Cecilia, who is the patron saint of music. She was called that because it was said that in legend she was singing the song to God in her heart, that she always wanted to live for God, even though she eventually died for God, being a martyr in the early years of the church, but always singing that song to him in her heart. So she became the patron saint of music. And we have to remember that anything with beauty, anything that we can call beautiful, it's not an end in itself for us. It's probably why my music degree eventually led me on to seminary. Not that it would have had to, but that I was always longing for that transcendent. There was something so beautiful about the music that it led me to God always. That's what it's supposed to do. Anything beautiful is supposed to be almost an evangelizing thing for us to say, this is what God makes. Or he's made the human person who can make these beautiful things. And so when Jesus today is speaking to his disciples, they're talking about the temple and all these costly stones that it's adorned with. They're talking about how beautiful it is. And yes, it definitely is. It's the most beautiful building they've ever seen. But he says, even that, it cannot stand when we look at the beauty of God. That in the end, even the beauty of the temple cannot stand when we have the beauty of God. So let's remember today that all things beautiful in this world, all of them, they're to be markers for us, kind of little sacramental signs for us that God is present here. And he has made the beauty of creation. And he's made you as well. Made your beautiful soul, your beautiful everything. And so let's recognize the beauty of God today in all things.